So hello all and welcome to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. So in this video, we are going to talk about the MS Office and the networking basically quotient and cloud computing quotient also we are going to include in this video. All of these questions that we are going to discuss today is being asked on Accenture recent examination. So if you are preparing for Accenture examination, so you should already know that in Accenture, they generally ask the MS Office and networking quotient in their examination pattern. Okay, so that is it why we are going to solve this video. Okay, the questions we are discussing is already asked, so please be with me till the end of this video. You are going to learn a lot from it. Okay, so let's start with the very first question that we have. You can see the question could be framed like this. It is actually a MS Excel question. So you can see in a Excel, the question says that in a Excel, if a cell containing the dates 24, 01, and 16, okay, so in Excel you would know, in Excel cell we could also mark the date also. Okay, so let's say it is saying the date could be marked like this if in a Excel. Okay, and is formatted using the format string. We can format that in which format we want our date to be in the Excel, like we want our date to be first, or month to be first, or year to be first written, because we can write it in multiple order. So he's saying that we have formatted it in the order like DD means first of the string, the very first two character will be the represent the dates. The dates will range only from 1 to 30. That's why the only two digits is being required, or 31. Only two digits is being required to show the current date. Now will include the month system. You already know that there are 12 months, and whatever the number of the month would be, it will require to represent that. And YY is just to require the years. Now you would ask, sir, year would be of 4 letters. Yes, I know, but here the formatting could be like this, that the year is of 2 letters only. That means the last 2 letters. Like this is 2024 currently, so the last letter is 24, so only 24 could be marked. Okay, so we have to assume that it is whatever the century currently going on, we are talking about that century. Okay, and the year currently written here would be the year of that particular century. So in a century, the year is between from the very first year to the 99th year. Okay, because the next would be the next century year. So we already know these kind of mathematical thing. That's why the formatting could be like this. But the thing is to note that there after that there is a special character like DDDD. So what actually this means? So this it will conclude that which actually the day it is. The day means there is 7 days in a week. So which actually the day it could be, we just have to represent that. So he's saying the question is nothing but very simple. We are used to of it if we are using Excel to most of your time, then you are used to of these things, that what could be the correct output for this. If you form something like this and the current date could be 24, 01, and 16, and our date formatting in Excel will be like this, then what could be the correct output in the Excel cell we can expect there? So let's assume this is a Sunday, because all the option will look to that only. So the date which is given to us is 24th, 01, and 16. That means it is 24th day of the very first month of the 16th year of the current century. Let's assume it is the century of 2000. So 2016 would be the year, the month will be the January, and the date would be 24, and that day would be the Sunday. Okay, so this is all we know looking at the question. Now we just have to tell him that what could be the formatting of the date that will represent in the Excel sheet. So the format will be very simple. The format that we have designed will be the same format. So date format will be, what is the current date? So current date is 24. What is the current month? So current month is 01. What is the current year? The current year is 16, because we just have to take the last two digits of the year. We have discussed it. That's why we have taken it only 16. If it could be Y, then we would have taken 2016. Okay, so this would be the answer for current, and the date is Sunday, so just take the Sunday. So this could be our correct output. So let's look at the what is the correct output matching with this. So the very first output you can see 24 January. It is in the place of 01, it is written January. It is not like that. The month format will be also in the digit format, only 2 letters will be required up there. Now, the second option you could see the 2401, but 2016, it is not like that. The year format is only last two digits, because this is the format that we want to be in the Excel sheet. So it is also not the correct answer. The third answer you can see 24/01/16 and the Sunday. You can see yes, it is the correct output that we required. Let's look at the next output also. The next output saying 24 January. Again, it is not to be January, it is to be 01 because it is the format that we required actually. So which would be the correct answer for this? Only the option C. So here you can see the question would be like asked in Accenture examination from the MS Office part would be just like this generic problem. If you have been using Excel in your college days or sometimes, then you would familiar with these kind of logic also. Even if you do not know about the Excel sheet that much, then by looking at the problem, you could eliminate the wrong option and you would ultimately get the right answer. Let's say if you haven't known the right answer also, then also you can eliminate most of the options. Like these two options are right away eliminated. You just have to be on these two, okay? You should have confusing upon on these two only, okay? So in this way, you can eliminate the option. If you not know anything clearly, then try to eliminate the option. Okay, so that will increase your chance to getting the correct answer. So this is a trick that we used to follow in the examination also. Now look at the next problem that we have. Again, you can see the next problem is again from the Excel sheet. Okay, because I have seen in the examination mostly the MS Office question is being asked from the Excel and the PowerPoint. These two topics are very much asked in the Accenture examination. So please focus on these two things. At least before going to the examination, go and look at the layout of the Excel sheet and PowerPoint ones, MS Excel and MS PowerPoint, because many times they just paste the photo of the layout and they ask what the following picture will do or what following instruction will do, that we have discussed in our earlier video. You can go and check out that videos also. But look at that correct video right now. So the current video, the current question that we have here, the question says, the second number question, that what comparison operator is not allowed to be used in the conditional formatting formula in MS Excel. So we know about the conditional formatting formula in MS Excel is nothing but just to compare the values. Sometimes we have to compare some value in the MS Excel because in MS Excel there are multiple formula which will help us to do the mathematical formulation also of multiple sets of data that we have learned already. Or if you want to learn the MS Excel in detail or MS Office question in detail, you can check out our course also. You will find the link in the description. The course will be available on our platform. You can go and check out all the thing will be described there on detail. But for now, in the MX Excel, there are multiple formulas. So conditional formatting is just to compare the data, okay, in the MS Excel. So it is saying that we have been given as an option of 4 conditional formats, which is invalid, which is not allowed. So let's check. So this is equal operator. It is allowed. Okay. It is less than operator. It is allowed. Now this operator is not allowed. Something like this is allowed, but this is not allowed. Okay, so this is just inversion of the formula. So it is just to confuse you. So the right option is this. It is not allowed. Again, the lesser than or equal to is again allowed. So the not allowed formula would be the third option. So third option is the correct option for this. That which is not allowed, the third option. Now let's look at the next question. Now next question is not something you would say a remember kind of question. It is just a situation based problem that is being asked to us. So look like this. This kind of question also been framed in the Accenture examination. So the problem is saying to us that, let's say you are working on a large project. So it is dealing with a real life condition. Let's say it is saying you are working with a very large project with a multiple team members. So in a large project, there could be a multiple team members that are working together, contributing to the shared Microsoft Word document. So let's say there will be a document which is shared among all the teammates on which is working on that project, and everyone have access to edit that documents. Okay. Now it is your responsibility to ensure the document maintained correctly and efficiently. Now, my role is to make sure that every document which is shared among all of them should be maintained correctly and efficiently, so that there could be no mistake done by any of the end that could affect the other ends or that could affect the project. So my task is just to simply maintain that document which is shared to be correctly and efficiently. Now, the condition would arise like this, that during a critical phase of the project, one of the team member accidentally deletes a significant portion of the document and save it. Okay. So let's say some of the team members accidentally deletes some of the significant portion of the This might happen with us many times when we used to do mentoring in our teams also. These are the general kinds. So let's say we have shared some resource with everyone and everyone have added success to it. But let's say some guy, due to mistake or any kind of reason, he have deleted some significant portion from that document and saved it. If he haven't saved it, then he can undo it also. There could be a chance, but he have saved the document, and now the condition would arise to me, okay, that you need to recover the lost content quickly while minimizing the disruption to the team. What should I you do? So now my task will come that I have to restore the data, okay, quickly also have to restore. I do not have that much of time. Let's say I've taken 3 or 4 days of off to write that all that again so that we can work again. No, I have to store it quickly. So focus on the words, okay, because in the option multiple option could be correct, but according to the situation which could be fitted best, that could be our answer. Okay, so that thing we have to always focus on while reading such kind of situational based question, whatever the question could be. Always focus on each and every words, because in situational based question multiple option could be correct, but which could be best suitable, that would be our answer in that case, because this is a single correct option. There could be no answer which is multiple correct in the Accenture examination. So let's look at it. So we have 4 options. What could be our option for the best move? So the very first suggestion would be use the hex editor to recover the lost content. Now, hex editor is a software through which we can recover our content, but that process is actually very heavy, very time consuming, because then we have to go through a series of process to recover our data. Our data can be recovered, but that would take a very much time and very much load on the team also. But our task is to quickly while minimizing the disruption. So this could not be a wise idea for the current situation. So what could be? Use the undo feature to revert. We cannot do undo now because we have saved the data. Okay. And undo can be done by his or her end. Okay. But he has saved the data. So that could also not be possible right now for this particular situation. Now, the third option is saying, very important, locate the previous version document using the version history features in the Microsoft OneDrive or SharePoint. Now, there is a very important features in the Microsoft, all the Microsoft software that is floating around, a version control history, where the previous version is being stored. So let's say I just have to go and check its previous version, and from where the change would have happened, I just have to go there and restore all the things from there on. So what I'm doing, let's say at particular time, XYZ time, a change would have happened. So I will go the version previous to it where this change would not be happened, because I want that document to be, I will restore these documents for the current use. So I will surpass the previous change by version control history, through which I would do what? I will go to the previous version. So version control will give me all the previous version for the recent time, which could be updated. So whenever you update something, a new version is being created. So through that process, we could track down and get our original document, which is required to work currently. So this could be a wise idea, and this could be the correct answer for the option. Understood now? So this is the very important thing. Okay. Now let's go and move to the next problem. The next problem you could see again a situational based problem, like so, that if you have a English document that you need to send to a Spanish speaking friend who does not understand the English, which tool of MS Word, now MS Word question would happen, can assist both you and your friend in understanding the document? So we have to communicate between me and a Spanish friend. I have written the document in the English, but which tool I have to use, okay, in the MS Word, so that both of the friend can understood. So he can translate that same into the Spanish and read it. And again, he will write something. I will translate it into the English. So what is the tool present in the MS Word? That is what he is asking. So the correct answer will be very simple for this. Even if I think someone wouldn't know about it, he could have, I think what he will say in the Hindi word, tukka. Okay. So he would just guess the thing up, and it could be the translate tool. But let's look about the other tools also, like Thesaurus tools. What is this? So it is just antonym and synonyms. It will give antonyms and synonym of the same word. Research will elaborate the particular word, and spelling and grammar check is just to check whether the spelling that you are writing in the MS Word would be correct or not. Okay, so these are the features. So the correct answer for this would be simple translate tool. Now let's go to the next problem. Next problem is again from the Excel. That what is the primary function of the substitute function in Excel? So if you look about it, the substitute, okay, as the name suggests, what is the substitute function will do? So substitute will replace it. Let's say in Excel, there are multiple data to be present. If we want to replace a particular, let's say there is a translation written, I am a, I am a student. Let's say, now let's say you want to change that in the future. So what you will do, replace the part of this string by, let's say, I am a engineer, or anything could, you could write anything. There could be any example. So this could be happen with the substitute. Now it could substitute all the written where I am a student is being written in the text in the Excel. It could replace it everywhere. Let's see the correct answer. So you can see if you read all of the option, the second option would be the best matching option for the answer. And this is the correct answer, that it replaces specific occurrence of a text string with another text string. Like the student will be replaced by the engineer. I have to told you one example also. Now let's go and look at the next option. The next problem saying that your company has decided to shift its traditional on-site data center to cloud-based infrastructure. Now cloud computing question will also come. So again, a situational based question comes. So I have seen multiple times in recent time, the Accenture now shifted their question pattern more toward the situational based problem. Okay, and that was good also. They are just trying to test your common thinking skill at present during the examination. Like this question, you can see that your company has decided to shift its traditional on-site data center to a cloud-based infrastructure to improve scalability and reduce the cost. So there is a story is being written. So because we have, if you have learned the cloud computing topics from me or from anywhere, you would have known what is the benefit of the cloud computing. So this is the benefit. That's why they are shifted from their on-site, that means their traditional data system, to the cloud based infrastructure. Now the problem arises that as a part of migration process, now you are a part of migration process team, which would help to migrate the data from the traditional system to the cloud-based system. Now, which steps should be given? Priority. Now we have to take a step. Now, what we have to keep in mind while taking the the points that we have to keep in mind, that priority to ensure the minimal downtime and smooth transition. Now, what is minimal downtime? The downtime is, let's say, if you are shifting something to it, let's say, let's take an example. Let's say if you have a uh, cookie shop, or if you have a sweet shop, any shop you would consider. Now let's say if you want to shift your shop to a bigger shop. Now that, then at the meantime while you are shifting, so that during the shifting process, since your energy would be invested on shifting period, so that 2 or 3 days of time your shop will be shut down. So that is called as downtime in general. But what you want in general, you do not want your shop to be shut down for that 3 or 4 days of process during your shifting, because why do you want to have a loss? Okay, so that the same thing happens with the companies also. So during the shifting, generally the time would happen for some time, the website or whatever the service they are providing, that will be not available to the common user. Okay, so that plus time would be called as a downtime in the general point of, okay, talking. So now you could say your task is to minimize the downtime, and smooth transition would also happen. So there would be no difficulty would happen in the transition. So what will be the process you would follow? So immediately shutting down on premises server after cloud migration. So just after cloud migration, you will shut down your current. No, you could not do that, because there might be a chance that while you are moving, there might be some difficulty occur there, because you are shifting to a new platform, new server. So there could be a new challenge up there. Okay, so due to that, there might be a downtime that could happen. So you do not immediately that particular thing which is running previously shut down, because you want them to be as backup till the time you are not very sure that the particular infrastructure through you are switching into would able to sort everything out. Okay, so this could be not the best idea. This could be an idea, but it is not the best for you, considering our requirements. So next would be transferring all the data in the cloud in a single attempt. We could not do that also, because if you transfer everything in a single attempt, then it could create a downtime for the large time. Carry out migration without informing stakeholder. This is not considered to be anyhow a beneficial idea. But the fourth idea, creating a detailed migration plan and include data backup and testing. So it is the correct plan. So you will create a plan, detailed backup plan, detailed migration plan, that how you will do everything, so that you will ensure there will be smooth transition also and minimal time downtime also. So this could be the option that you should pick. And that could be the correct answer for this. Okay. Now let's move to the next problem. The next problem is saying an attack in which the user received an unwanted amount of email is very simple. So let's say it's unwanted amount of email you will receive from some uh, any spamming websites or anything would be called as email bombing. Very simple term. We used to have it in our normal days topic also. Now the next problem, again important, networking problem. Attack in which an user creates packets that appears to be something else. So there can be multiple kind of attacks. So he's asking which kind of attack in which user create a packet that appears to be something else. So it is called as spoofing. So it is something like this. You have been whatever the malicious packet that you will receive would seem to be something else, but it is not that. It is just a attacking malicious packet. Okay, so this term is called as spoofing. Now email bombing, we already discussed what it is. Trojan, you could say malicious that appears to be legislative. So we call the attack to be Trojan kind of software which seems to be legitimate, that it is correct but it is not. And smurfing is again the distributed attack kind of thing. So that thing we can discuss in a detailed video, but for now the correct answer for this will be spoofing. Okay, now let's move to the next problem. The next problem is saying what purpose do bookmarks serve? Very important, very easy. We used to do the bookmarks of each website whichever we like, so that we can access them quickly in our bookmark tab. So bookmark will do nothing to save our website URL for the future reference. Simple thing, no? Next will be what the control G will do. Now, control G in Excel, actually where it will do in Excel sheet. So in Excel, control G will help us to move to the go to tab, where in go to tab we can search anything. Okay, find and replace is a dialog box where we can search something or we can replace something. All the thing you could learn in MS Excel. Okay, this functionality will be on by control plus G. So the correct answer for this will be option A. Now it is the same. Next question would be related to the previous question, the go to tab. So here you can see which of the following can be looked using the find tab. So we talk about find and replace kind of thing. So when we have to find something in the MS Excel, so which kind of thing we could find there? We could find any formats also, characters also, and symbols also. That means everything we could find using the find tab. Okay. So this is the correct answer for this. So these are the simple, easy problems. Now, which page header and footer are printed automatically? So while you are working with the Word, okay, MS Word, so there the header would say in a page, the top will called as header and bottom will called as footer. So these two space will be left behind in every page of MS Word by default. Now you can manage the size of the header and footer, that thing you can do, but by default, it is available on the every page. Now the 13th option is again that thing you have to remember only, that which of the following function key is used to do the spelling check? Then the correct will be F7. So in a MS Word, F7 will be used to do the spelling check. Okay. Now, how many columns can you insert in a Word document at most? So these all the question. That's why I am skipping quickly, because these things you have to remember only. There is no logic behind it. So how many columns there are in Word document currently? 63. Okay. So 63 maximum amount of column you can insert in a Word document. Now, what do we Excel formula start with? So I have told about now Excel. In Excel, there are multiple formula through which we can do multiple calculation according to our need. So whenever some formula start, it will always start with the equal to. Let's say we have to sum multiple columns data or multiple cells data in a column, then We have to write int sum, and then the starting cell in the column and ending cell in the column or in the rows, whatever you would take. So these are the thing that we have to consider up here. Okay. So what will the correct answer? That means equal to will start. Okay. Now the next problem you would go. So the next problem saying name the keyboard shortcut used to switch between the open Excel windows. Okay. So whenever you have to switch between the open Excel video, do the control plus tab. This thing we are used to of it now in our general term also. While you are operating with the Chrome or any other browser also, this control plus tab will help you to switch between the tabs. Okay. Alt plus tab will switch you to switch between the applications that is currently running behind. But control plus tab will help you to switch between the you could say windows within an application. Okay. So these things all you have remembered if you are used to of this. Now the next problem is what will happen when you select in MS Excel equal to B25. Now equal to will start with every formula. What is B25? Actually B25 would look like this. In the Bth column, Bth column, the 25th cell would be called as B25, and equal to B25 means whatever the value which is equal to that particular value which is present on the cell of the cell number B and sorry, column number B at the cell 25, which we are taking up to. Okay, so select the same value. I think the correct answer for this would be the third option. Okay, now if you want to log now one thing I would want to share with you before moving to the next problems. Look, there are thousands of problems that could be framed with these networking MS Excel. There is no end to the problem. We could form many of the problems as we wanted to. So what we generally do in online study for you, and that will be beneficial for the student from many, many years. That's why we are giving so much of selection, is that in our course, if you check out the Accenture crash course, you will find the link in the description. In this course, if you go to the content, since we are discussing currently the MS Excel kind of thing, that's why we are mainly focusing on that. You can see the technical MCQ in which cloud MS application 32 videos, 21 files. The file would be the PDFs, the notes which we will provide you. The 8 test on this particular topic is being framed only. And all the question that we have discussed here is most of the question will be asked in the previous Accenture examination like this that we are discussing here. That's why you get an idea that which kind, multiple time Accenture also repeating their questions, okay? Because these questions, they can repeat after many examination, they can also repeat the same kind of questions. So if you want to learn these things in detail and all the small thing is being taught here in detailed manner also, go and check out that course. And it is not the only thing due to which you have to take this course. Everything which is being asked in the Accenture examination, especially this course, is being curated only for the Accenture preparation batch. Okay, because you can see all the topics being covered only maintained for the Accenture. So no extra thing will be given to distract you here. Just sure focus is here to crack your Accenture examination. And for that, we are also conducting the daily based live classes also. So you can have access to that also, the free mock test that you can give and access to assess what actually your preparation would be like, in which topic you are lagging, okay, and which topic you have to work more. And then in the live class you can practice from there on. So you will find that tons of the recorded video on each topic that you can prepare by yourself also. Okay, so go and check out that course once. It will be very beneficial. Now let's go out and solve our remaining question of the today's class. You can see in Excel, what does this count able do? So count is again a function in the Excel, and it will do nothing but it will count uh, what is option? Count the number of cells in the range that are not blank. Count the number of cells in the range that are greater than 0. Content text. So it is the correct answer for this. I thought will be A, because it will count the number of cell in the range which is not blank. Okay. That means it is being filled by something. Okay. How do you insert a new workspace in Excel? Now it is just a basic question. Whenever you open Excel, you have to create a workspace. Now how you will create? So you will see both of the option A and B are correct for this. Okay. Both option A and B, you can either right click on the sheet tab and choose the insert, or otherwise you can go to the home tab and click and then insert the sheet. Both would be the correct. Now the last question of the day would be this, that how you merge the cell in the Excel. Okay. So the right answer for this would be, what is, what do you think? So you can see you can use the merge and center. If you see the Excel in the top, there is a merge and merge and center button also there. And on the top of the format menu in Excel, there is in top, there is a format menu. In format menu in the middle, you would find the merge cell option also. So through both the option, you can merge the cell. Now, what is the merging of the cell? Let's say this is a cell, this is a cell of different column. You want to merge the two cells together and put only one values. Okay. So this is called as a merging of the cell. So both option A and C would be correct. So right answer for this would be the option D. Okay, so both are correct. So these are the question that I want to discuss with you in today's class. I think this will be helpful for you. If it is, please like down the video, subscribe it if you haven't yet, because we are bringing more such content in the future. If you want more such content, comment down. We will like to make more such video that will encourage us to make more such videos. And on the top of that one, again, one request you to go and check out this course once. This will be very beneficial for you, that is for sure from my side. Okay, so that is all from my side for this particular video. We are going to meet in some other videos.